Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to Dusts of the Past. This is going to be session 3. Let's go ahead and jump right into where we left off. So you were flying above the jungles of Chult, specific Zendrick overall, but this peninsula is referred to as Chult. Then as you got closer to the city, and you're flying over, you heard these horns, and most of you saw sitting in the middle of this, outside of this grand city, which you came up on. You look into this section, and this section is like a large open rift kind of in the ground with 2 walls coming up on either side, and then these buildings that are sort of ramshackled, stacked on top of each other with bridges going in between them throughout this rift in the ground. The rift itself is fairly wide on the ground section, and there's a large cement structure that's sort of sitting in the middle on the ground in between this part that goes out into the forest itself. And you can see that the city is raised up. It gets higher as you keep going into the city continually. But and so this part kind of cuts through that. But the horns that you heard closed the city walls, and then you saw a group of shambling figures with rotting skin, led by a creature with pallid gray skin and elongated arms and fingers, loping towards a group of people that had just set themselves in this large cement structure, desperately closing the door. So that's where we're going to pick up. What would you like to do? Div, you cannot see any of this.
I know.
Jasper, I believe you didn't notice, if I recall correctly.
Jasper's a little just shaken up. This is the furthest he's ever been away from Sharn. I mean, he's left the city before, but it's always been visible on the horizon, and this is the furthest he's ever gone. And so he's not paying attention to really what's going on immediately. He's more focused on, why are these buildings so small? Why is the horizon so short? There's no big towers he can see.
Zephyrus and Caylona, however, you do see these creatures.
Oh, we're still in the air, right?
You are still in the air. You're somewhat close to the ground, though.
So we're landing there?
You're going down. You're generally just going down towards the city. Right now, you're not exactly sure where you're landing. It's Syndra had previous instructions to the captain already. Right now, it looks like you're going towards the wall, but it's up to you to decide if you want to do anything. We'll just kind of watch and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Zephyr's probably concerned by the sight. Was the captain anywhere around on deck?
Not where you're at right now. You're on the observation deck. You assume that the captain is probably in the bridge.
Can Caylona she just looks around and she notices that Zephyrus is the only other person that notices. So she just also pretends not to notice in hopes that no one will make her actually do anything about
it. I'm gonna look around at just my companions and be just are we? This is odd. Should we do something about this?
As you watch, the creature gets to the front doors of this building and they start pounding on it, piling over each other in an attempt to get in, clawing at the large wooden doors into the cement structure.
I'm gonna go find the captain, I believe, and can Zephyr go see if he could find wherever the captain is to like alert her to the situation?
You sure can.
Awesome.
So you run up to the bridge, and you see that the captain is there, along with her crew, and the captain doesn't seem to have any idea. Right now, the ship is pointed towards the wall.
Pardon me. Don't mean to interrupt. There's a situation going on down below. There's a building. There seems to be a horde of angry undead, I believe, trying to get into this building. I'm not sure what's happening. I just don't know if that's like a situation that we need to be concerned about, or
The captain just kind of like looks at you with like, does it? A what?
you know, a horde of undead. It seems not the greatest situation. It seems that there's civilians or people down there that may need help with this.
Are you suggesting something?
I don't know. I'm just saying that being an innocent bystander seems kind of like not a great thing to do.
Well, I can drop you off there if you would like. We can lower the ship down. There's rope ladders on the end. You look like a capable sort.
It's true. Not sure if Sandra would be okay with this.
She kind of gives you like a blank look, and she says, if you know Sindra as well as I do, what? You know exactly what her thoughts would be on this sort of matter.
That is true. And I'd say yes. Let's go down and scope out the situation. And then Zephyr's gonna go back to the deck where everybody else is kind of like looking at whatever's happening, and he's going to inform everybody. Be just like, hello.
The rest of you watch the ship stop. It's about halfway over the wall, and then start moving backwards and downwards.
Sure, it looks quite impressive.
Div, you have literally no idea what's going on. Nobody's bothered to explain this to you. Jasper, at this point,
I'm blind and nobody's bothered to explain anything to the blind guy.
Jasper, at this point, you have noticed
Those
this going on.
are those people okay? They don't look normal. I mean, as normal as most normal people are.
As you say that, you see one of them is completely skeletal. Several of them, actually, now that you look a little closer.
I don't think he's okay.
Hacking at this door with rusted weapons.
Well, it's a good thing that door's there. Should we do something about that?
Oh, I'm sure they're fine. Caylona's just like, that's just like a really, really bad case of scurvy or something. I'm sure like they'll be fine.
What is a really, really bad case of scurvy? What is happening?
Oh, there's just people walking around that look really weird. That's all.
Do I like hear at this point the commotion that is happening? Do I like hear the of zombies?
You do hear that vaguely. What's that, Zephyr?
Say what?
Emma, did you have something?
Oh, I was just going to have Zephyr like run up to the deck. You're just like, I believe those are undead. And it seems that whoever's in that building may be in trouble because of it.
Now, Div, you're a cleric, and so the word undead sends sparks, literally sends sparks through you, and you feel just a faint sense of indignation, almost, and then just something that's just like a foul odor. Just you just inherently know something down below is just wrong. It just shouldn't be there.
Oh,
Well, we're here to help, aren't we? I mean, specifically not these people, but I don't think it would be right if we've been chosen to help only one person.
As you're watching, you see another figure, but this one not undead, coming out from the otherwise abandoned, fairly large street. Hey, Grace, do you want to describe your character for me?
I got you. Wait, can you hear me?
I hate you, actually.
Okay, so I'm just a pretty standard human. I'm like 5'7". I have long brown hair that is currently pulled up because I have been going through a difficult time, as you can probably see from your airship. And I'm in armor with my freaking got my great axe out. Yeah, just looking pretty majestic overall.
So, Nephis, you are standing across from this large, well, not necessarily huge, it's probably only 10 or so swarm of undead pounding against this door. And as you can see, the door is breaking in a little bit slightly as they continue to just pound against it, piling on top of each other, just hacking at it. And you can go ahead and turn your camera and stuff on now. But you're standing there and see them. They seem to be focused on this door. They haven't noticed you yet. What would you like to do? That's for you, Grace. Mhm.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought that was for someone else. I'm gonna go attack some of them. I'll rage and go attack some of them.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead, roll me initiative.
Dope. Oh no, that's not very good. I got an 8.
Well, let's see. Normally zombies aren't particularly quick. But, well, welcome to me DMing. So as you pick up your axe and start charging towards them, I'll give you a round before they notice you. So you can go in. You said you wanted to rage.
Yeah.
All right, so the rest of you from up above, as you're coming down, you can also see that this above you is this huge, really ornately described airship, or just like, it's very beautiful. It has this gorgeous wood carving all over. It's surrounded in a ring of lightning as it's coming down. And it doesn't seem like there are a whole lot of people on deck, but you don't really have time for that. You've got some zombies to go smash. So I will give it, so we'll give you a first turn here, and you can decide what you want to do. So there's the big one kind of near the middle, and that one looks different. It looks like it still has skin. The others are all rotting. They have rotting skin to varying degrees. And you can see that it's not actually like one race necessarily. And a lot of the clothing, as you get a lot closer, looks like what would be clothing of explorers, except it's all rotted and matted along with the skin. And you see a variety. There's a dwarf there, a couple humans. It looks like it could maybe have been an elf or half elf at some point. You can't tell with the skeletons. I mean, they're skeletons, but So in total, you have got 10 creatures right here.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the big guy because I like a challenge.
All right, go ahead, roll me to hit.
I got 11. My rolls are not doing so good. This is not a great way to start.
Give me 1 second. I believe you might be good to go. You are not, never mind. Okay, so you swing at this thing and it turns surprisingly alert as you swing your axe towards it, and it manages to step out of the side, or to the step to the side. And so now you are standing amidst a pile of undead.
How close are we on the ship to this figure that is fighting what I presumed it to be 10, 11 not friendly looking creatures?
You're looking at 10 total. And
10 total.
you
And we
are at this point. So if any of you, there are rope ladders on the ship if you wanted to try to get down earlier than when the ship can bring you down.
I just want to know if I'm within 60 feet and screaming distance.
You, let's say you're probably about 50 feet above this right now.
Cool. I'm gonna give this mysterious figure bardic inspiration, and I want to swing my
I'm gonna
way
need
down
you
the
to roll
road.
initiative.
Yeah.
Anybody who's wanting to get involved here, I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
Oof.
Yeah.
Will I need to make
Zeph's
additional
probably
checks to
going
be able to
to
get
go
off
down.
the boat?
It was a 7, and as I'm going down the rope, Jasper's just shouting, "You'll get him next time. Help is on the way."
So 7 for Jasper,
6.
I got an 11.
11 for Div. All right.
Am I gonna have to roll like an athletics check with disadvantage just to climb down the ladder because I'm blind?
No, because you can see the ladder as you're going down it. See.
Fair.
We're gonna get into how that works at some point, but right now, just me and you know how it does. Anyway, Zephyrus 11, you said?
I got a.
Or what did you get? Sorry, no, 11.
I got I got an 8.
8. Okay,
Yes.
really some impressive initiative scores here, y'all.
We're pretty slow
I know.
today, boys.
Yeah. Not my best, I will say.
I have an excuse. I have a +0 to initiative.
Caylona,
Oh my
are you gonna get involved?
Yeah, I know. I have a +2. I have no.
You're a half elf. You have no excuse.
Kaylona's gonna be like hecka reluctant, like probably the last one off the ship, but she is gonna be off the ship. And I rolled a 2.
That fits well. Okay.
Oh, she's the last one off the ship.
Okay. So Nephis, you find yourself surrounded, and this thing is going to immediately turn. And it opens up its mouth, and as it does, you see that its jaw unhinges, and this incredibly long tongue flicks out, and it's just like, and it has fangs as it lunges towards you. What is your AC?
14.
All right, so it dives towards you, but you step out of the way, want nothing to do with that. And then
I don't like long tongues.
another two of the zombies are gonna swing at you. One of them, so you step out of the way just into the swing of another one, and I'm gonna cut this damage in half for you. So you're gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as this as you swing towards this thing, it just smashes you onto the back of the head. But and then another one is going to go after you, but you manage to see it coming, and it's just a little bit too slow for you, and you step out of the way, dodging it entirely. The rest of them seem to still be smashing at this door, trying to break through, and they haven't fully noticed you yet. They seem to be making pretty good headway with it as well. All right.
Okay.
So that is Div. You hear this going on below. It is your turn.
My turn. Am I within 60 feet of them?
Yes, you are. So you can
So
just
in theory, I can see them.
just
Okay.
it's like you can see like the tops of the heads of what's going on, but you're not entirely sure. One of them has an axe, and the rest of them don't. A couple of them have swords, and you can tell the ones that are skeletal because they sound different.
Right. All that bone rattling.
Mm-hmm.
Me too, honestly. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to climb down the ladder. I would jump, but it's Div, so he would absolutely just like fall and break his knees. So I'll climb down the ladder, and then I'll try to just smack a guy with guiding bolt, I guess.
Okay, go ahead and make it to hit for me. Which guy are you shooting at? There are 5 zombies and 4 skeletons in the ghoul.
That's right, it is a ghoul. Of course, it's a ghoul.
Did you know these things here, Clark?
I'm a cleric, yeah. And also I know I've read the monster manual. We can go for the ghoul. We can protect this random person and also put a huge target on our back immediately, as I do. No, it landed between 2 numbers.
Just reroll.
Please.
What's that?
I want you to take a wild guess at what it re-rolled as.
I'll take that as a miss then. Turns out shooting things while blind is pretty hard. And your shot goes wild. Nephis, you do, however, notice that from this airship coming down is a large metallic lizard, it seems, that shoots this bolt. Div, what does your guiding bolt look like?
Div's guiding bolt looks like just mostly forged sparks. Like just an arc of fire, essentially. Like golden fire.
Which comes down and just kind of explodes into a puff of sparks on the side of the building, pretty far off from pretty much hitting anything.
Listen, cut in some slack. It was almost an
Nephis
18, but it landed between an 18 and a 2, and then I had to re-roll it. And then it became a nat 1.
Nephis, it is your turn.
It's my turn, yeah? Sorry.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the ghoul again. First, I'm gonna kind of get a little bit distracted by the giant lizard that just shot fire somehow and kind of mumble under my breath, and I thought I had seen everything. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to attack the ghoul again with my great axe, and I rolled a 19 this time.
That is gonna hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Woohoo!
Love barbarians,
Okay.
by the way. This is
I
awesome.
love them.
Based.
My faves. Okay, that's gonna be 14 slashing damage.
That is really solid hit. So after you just like look up a little bit surprised, and you're just like, okay, and you just roar as you slash your axe across the chest of this thing, and it stumbles back, visibly wounded. It does not look happy with you at all, and just lets out another just like more of the undead turn and start to notice your presence as well. Then we're at Zephyrus. Your turn.
Yay. I am going to Zeph makes a flicking motion with both of his arms, and 2 short swords come out of his sleeves and land in his hands, and he is going to attack
So you're gonna
There
need
were
to be dropping
skeletons.
about 60 feet to do that.
Oh yeah, that's true. I should do that. Let's get off first. Yeah, I'll drop down.
Okay, so if you want to drop down the whole way without any actual drop, that's going to be your whole turn. But if you do,
Oh,
if you want to do something else, that's up to you.
okay. Character sheet. What do I have besides knives? Let's see. Yeah, I might just drop the whole way. I don't think I have like a crossbow or anything, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll just drop the whole way for my turn. And I'll ready myself, and that's when he does the cool knife thing.
All right, so Nephis, you see another rather noticeable fellow with bright pink hair drop from this ladder, jumping around the big metal lizard, and slides all the way down to the ground, flicking out these two short swords. Then Jasper.
As I finish gracefully going down, flipping my jacket on, I want to whack with my longsword the closest undead looking thing.
So you're going to need to dash to get all the way down this turn, Jasper, because you fell kind of near the end of that initiative order.
Ooh. Then I guess I'm just gonna finish climbing down the rope and stand there and look really cool.
You can still do that bardic inspiration thing if you want. We'll just say you haven't done it yet. You can do that because it's bonus action.
Then Nephis has bardic inspiration, if that's the only thing I can do. I mean, I have spells and stuff that probably could reach, but if I'm doing bardic inspiration on this turn, I can't really do anything else.
Okay, so what do you shout for your bardic inspiration again?
You'll hit him next time. Help is on the way.
At that point, she already has hit him next time.
Well, this was shouted at like the top of the ship.
Yep, and then she
As I was
swung and
halfway down.
smacked. Okay, so you've got yourself bardic inspiration now, which you're going to have for the next 10 minutes. It's a D6, right, Cameron?
Yes.
And you're
I'm just a widow bard.
And you're going to be able to add that to an ability check, saving throw, or you can't do that. Never mind. Yep, those things.
You could add it to a D20.
Okay, that is that. Caylona, it is your turn.
Okay. She's gonna take this turn to actually climb all the way down the ladder, but she's not gonna do it really fast, but she's not gonna do it really slow. She's just gonna do it at like a leisurely pace. And she's like kind of cursing herself all the way down. She's like, why am I even here? She's like, what is this? What is going on? There's dead people running around.
Amazing. Okay. So now we've got 3 of you on the ground, I believe. We've got Nephis, Jasper, and Zephyrus, and then 2 of you, or actually no, wait, you're down, Caylona, you're down as well. At this point, you have fully caught these creatures' attention as they now turn towards you. You can see that their hands are ripped and destroyed from clawing into this wood, but that doesn't seem to bother them too much. And Nephis, you are still, these 3 are still on you. Another skeleton and a zombie break off towards you, Zephyrus, and a skeleton and a zombie also break off towards you, Jasper. Caylona, you're a little further back and you dropped a little quieter, so they didn't really notice you quite yet. And then the other ones of them, so there are still 3 that are attacking the door itself. 2 skeletons and a zombie. The skeletons have rusted weapons, which they're hacking at the door with, and the zombie is just clawing at it. But let's get some tackles going on here. Yeah. Okay. So first off, coming at you, Nephis, this creature lunges at you again. Of course. You're gonna take quite the hit here as it clamps onto your shoulder. Let me make sure I'm rolling the right amount of dice. Oh, I wasn't. Lucky for you. I checked that. Okay. So go ahead and cut this in half for me, but you're going to take 17 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
But you are going to get that cut in half because you're a barbarian, but that thing clamped down hard. Like you can feel like bones like crunch in your shoulder. Not the first time you've been injured this bad, but doesn't make it hurt any less.
It's been a while.
Then the other two are going to go after you as well. 14 is going to hit your AC exactly, I believe. And you're going to just take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as one zombie kind of hits you. But at this point, you're in the full throes of a rage, and it hits your shoulder, but that doesn't really do much compared to what just happened too. And then another one is going to lunge after you. And I will just warn you, these other guys are aware of this, but I tend to hit with low numbers more than I hit with high numbers. So I'm sorry that I don't miss very often. It's going to hit you with a 17. And you're going to take another 3 points of bludgeoning damage from that.
Remember,
Okay,
you're supposed
so-
to be playing with us, not against us.
So with that last hit, I am down.
All right, so it seems the rest of you, as you just managed to land, you see this one woman who charged in, who seems to be the only person willing to do so, has now been surrounded by these 3 undead and taken down. But the rest of you have your own problems to deal with. We'll start with you, Zephyrus. So the skeleton is going to lunge and attack you, but you're able to duck out of the way easily as its swing is slow and clumsy, and you're just able to move out of the way, no problem at all.
Oh.
The zombie comes in. What's your AC there, Zephyrus?
It's 13.
Okay, it gets a 19. So
Dang.
you step out of the way of this one blow, but then
I
you're
walk
unable to
right into
avoid
another.
this lunge as this zombie slams into you, and you're going to take 4 points of damage. Bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I did roll a nat 20 to do you 17, just so you know. They don't really do that much, Nephis. But okay, so those are the ones on you, Zephyrus, and we're going to go to Jasper. Jasper, these two, the zombie and the skeleton, are going to attack you. The skeleton, Jasper, what's your AC?
12.
Okay, the skeleton is going to lunge forward and scrapes its blade across you, and it's a glancing blow. You manage to step back, but you are going to take 3 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
And you kind of look down in surprise. That was no prop sword. And you
Yeah,
are
like
bleeding.
I've seen these, like I've been mugged before, obviously, living in Sharn, but this is the first time a weapon of that caliber has been used on me. I mean, the sword I have is like these, but ow. Jasper kind of steps back in realization that this isn't going to be like anything he's done before.
As you do that, the zombie swings into you, and you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it clubs you across the side of the face. I got a 19 to hit if you're curious.
I'm not.
Ouch.
So, Div. This zombie, the skeleton swings at you, and you knock it to the side with your arm, which dings off of the metallic clang. And then the zombie tries to take a chunk out of your shoulder, and it does nothing at all. These creatures have very little effect on you.
You really just get the like tapping silverware together noise.
And Div, it is your turn. You've got a zombie dying on your shoulder and a skeleton attempting its doing its darndest to stab you.
They're, God love them. They're trying their best. Great. Yeah, I can probably just whack one of them. That'll probably be good. Or
Which
like,
one?
is there a way I could just like shove them off of me and like make a beeline for the downed barbarian?
You can, but if you want to have any kind of action left, so you can either disengage and go, or you can take the opportunity attacks and go anyway.
Right. I don't want her to die either, because I have spared the dying, so I can just like walk over, slap her, and then turn around and continue fighting. But
From what you saw, she was pretty effective against these things until she got swarmed. That one big looking creature's got a huge gash in its chest.
yes, thing. And I can't cast Spare the Dying as a bonus action, I don't think.
No, it's an action.
Which is terrible, actually. My brain is computing very slowly, so I apologize.
What do you want to do, Div?
It's okay. Mine is running 100 miles an hour, and I have a plan, and it is not a good plan, but it is a fun plan.
Div wants to do about like 5 different things currently. Not the least of which, like, top of his list is there's a person actively dying. Second below that is all of these creatures should have died a long time ago, and they are not. That's a problem. It's heresy of the highest degree.
So while the rest of you are getting beat up, Div is just kind of sitting here as these creatures attempt to beat him up, but fail, just like, looking around.
Listen, he's not used to like taking charge in a situation, okay? Cure Wounds is touch too. Does Bless count on death saves?
No.
Neither does Bardic, right?
Nope. Death saves get no modifiers.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna whack the people on me. And then
Which one? You've got a skeleton and a zombie.
we'll do the zombie.
Okay. Go
Like
ahead.
Div will just like roar and pull out his mace. Blood for the blood god. Hey, does a 23 hit?
A 23 does in fact hit a zombie. That's a little bit overkill, but you know, I'll consider it.
Let's go.
Don't need to roll that high.
Da-da-da-da. He's just really mad about these like Walking Dead things. Okay, listen. That's 7 damage.
7 damage. All right, Div. So you take your mace and you slam it into the side of this thing's face, and you can see its forehead caves in a little bit as it knocks as you knock it back, but it doesn't seem to be too stressed yet.
I don't think it would be stressed about anything, considering it is dead.
And okay, Div, that is going to be your turn. Nephis, can I get a death saving throw for you?
Course. I got a 15. That's the save, folks. Let's go.
Woo! Let's go.
One success.
If you could not die, that would be great.
Yeah, I would be so sad.
I will really
Zephyrus,
just do my very best.
Zephyrus, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Oh boysy. Now I can do my cool knife thing. Okay.
You've got a zombie that is slapping you. You've got a skeleton attempting to stab you.
Which one is any of them damaged in front of me?
No.
No. Okay. Let's go for the zombie. That sounds fun.
Okay.
I'm going to slash it with my short sword. Oh, that's not great. Okay, so that's a 6.
A
But I
6
can
will
use my
miss.
bonus action. But I can use my bonus action to slash with my other sword. This one I don't add anything to. Well, that's a 5.
You still roll your to hit modifier, just not the damage.
Oh, do I? Oh, for dual wielding, I thought that wasn't allowed, but that's cool. Okay, so then that would be 9.
9.
But
Okay.
probably still
9.
doesn't hit.
No, 9 is going to hit. It's not very
Oh,
hard.
really?
Zombie.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, perfect. I picked the right one. Cool. Okay, so 1d6. Do I add anything to my damage? I do, yes.
You do not.
I do not. Okay, so that's a 1.
Okay, so Zephyrus, you've never. This is reminding you far too much
Mhm.
of some things that you've seen before on the
Yeah.
battlefield, and it is freaking you out. So as you're charging, it's like you kind of have this half-hearted swing, and then you swing at it and you deal it just a little bit, just a touch,
Just a nick.
but nothing more than that. As it continues to just lurch for you, Jasper, your turn.
It's a swing and sword time, and it's not a great
Oh.
time, but it's a swing and sword time at the one that slashed me. That's why I have extra dice.
Yeah.
Fiddlesticks. 9.
9 is going to hit.
Ooh, fun.
You're attacking the skeleton, you said?
Yes.
Perfect.
That is 13 damage.
That's
Slashing
a pretty
damage,
solid
if
hit.
that means anything.
In this case, it does not. But Div, Jasper, you let out this roar and you slash at this skeleton, and surprisingly, you cut its head clean off, and it collapses into a pile of bones.
As blood is streaming down my face, I spit excess blood out of my mouth, and this was not like the training sessions. And that's my
Alright.
turn.
Caylona, it is your turn right now. You have got this random person who you've never met downed and surrounded by things that look plenty intent on, eating her. You have got Div surrounded, as well as Zephyrus and Jasper.
They're all surrounded, all of them?
All of them have zombies and a zombie and a skeleton on them. There's only
And
one at this point that's still actually attacking at the door. There's just a zombie or a skeleton who's there hacking at the door.
okay. So is there any way that she could sneak around everyone to the one skeleton that's still hacking at the door?
Yeah, if you want to go after that guy, you sure can.
Yeah, she's gonna do that.
The skeleton seems like it's very much involved in the pursuit of that. Okay, so go ahead and roll me a stealth check then to sneak up on it. And if you do that, just so you know, that is going to be your action for the turn.
Okay. 5.
Okay, 5. Did you add your stealth modifier to that? Your stealth modifier is pretty big, isn't it? Or oh, it's that bad. Okay. So there's not really anywhere to hide here. And as you're sneaking around, it seems that you're trying to go around, but these guys they turn and they notice you. And while the ghoul itself doesn't move, the gray creature, the other 2 zombies go after it, and that skeleton is just plenty content hacking at that door, it seems. But the 2 zombies coming after you, they lumber towards you with surprising speed. They're going to swing at you. I believe an 18 will hit your AC.
An 18 will. I have 13 for that, so.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. Okay, you're gonna take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from that first zombie.
Yikes.
And then the second one is going to swing at you, and this one kind of hits you, and then you barely manage to get out of the way as this second one lunges at you, swinging its arms, but its arms just catch just air.
Perfect. We love that.
Then Zephyrus.
Yes.
The zombies attacking you, or the zombie and the skeleton attacking you. I have a system for this.
Oh boy.
So the system is just which dice means which creature. That's as complex as the system gets.
Yep.
So the skeleton swings at you, but you're able to knock, get under his guard and knock his blow wide with your own swords. But in the process of doing that, you forget to keep track of the zombie, and he's gonna hit you with a 16.
Oof.
You're gonna take 3 points bludgeoning damage from that.
Okay. Neato. That's so fun. I love that. My favorite thing.
Jasper.
What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Do it. Do it, Scott. I dare you.
No, not Jasper.
Hit me, boy.
Oh, no.
You said it, Cameron.
Oh, I know what I said.
The skeleton's going to hit you, and it is going to deal you 8 points of damage because it rolled a nat 20 as it stabs you right through the
Oh
chest.
my god.
Was it half under you're dead, or is it like you're full under when you're dead? Like full under your HP?
It's full under your HP, but you're actually going
Okay,
to because you're half
cool.
orc.
Yeah. That's going to take me down to -6.
Oh,
But
jeez.
since Scott already said it, I am a half orc, so Jasper is going to take that hit real well.
Jasper, you just kind of like vaguely remember the lessons of your mother pounding through your head, and you just like roar, just barely managing to hold on. And as this zombie swings a fist towards you, you catch it and shove the thing backwards. It's not taking you down today.
Yes.
I'm back at 1 HP again.
Let's go.
The skeleton, at this point, you've really stopped caring. The skeleton swings its sword at you and it clangs uselessly off your armor. The zombie attempts once again lunging into you, but you weigh far more than this thing ever did in life or death, and it just slams into you and bounces off like running into a brick wall.
Ever thrown yourself at a 400-pound object? Yeah.
So somehow this ghoul is going to try and eat you, but it actually can't get through your armor, even though you are not dodging anything at all.
It actually just can't eat me.
That's right. Don't worry. I'll hit your high AC, no problem. But if you're unconscious, I'll miss all the time. All right. So that is the extent of that. as far as the enemies go, then Div, it is going to be your turn again.
Great. Awesome.
So fun.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Div is really mad. Like he's really, really mad. And he doesn't get mad very often. So he only has 2 spell slots though, and he wants to save that other spell slot for healing people, which people are going to need. So he's just gonna pull his mace. Did the ghoul like walk over to try and eat me?
Oh, no, the ghoul didn't try to eat you. The ghoul's trying to eat the corpse. Or the not yet corpse on the ground, the unconscious woman.
The not
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
The one that is trying not to be a corpse on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, he'll probably just like pull out his mace and could I take those opportunity attacks? I'll chance it. Here's what I'll do. He's gonna go over towards the ghoul. And yes, he will take those opportunity attacks because he really wants to like whack the ghoul across the face like a lot.
Seems fair. Okay.
Like to put it simply, he is like his already bloodied mace. He's got it pulled out. He's charging at this ghoul like full force, just roaring.
This is hilarious. So, Div, the 2 creatures, they try to lunge at you. Both of them fall over. They cannot keep up with you.
Dave just leaves.
They just cannot do it. You just walk away completely unharmed, and you charge straight up to this ghoul. Go ahead and make it to hit.
Why? No, that's a 7.
So
Can I? Okay, I missed the attack, but can I like charge into it?
You want to put yourself in between the ghoul and the, like, do you just want to like knock it off the corpse that it's trying to eat, or the woman?
Yeah, like Div swings his mace and he misses to get it to like move back, and then he just like just tackles this thing.
Just tries to get in the way. Okay. I'll say go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Okay.
To see if you can get in
I'm
the way.
proficient in that. That's a
shove this
19.
Okay, so you're not going to be able to like shove this thing anywhere in specific because that would take an action to actually get this thing to move, but you will be able to shove yourself in between it and this unconscious woman. So now it's facing you and not this, and not trying to eat this woman.
That's fine. That's what he's counting on.
Okay. Nephis, could I get another death save from you?
If you die, I'll never
Yeah.
forgive you.
Bro, I'm trying. Okay, I'm good. I got a 13.
Okay, that's another success. You're
Yay.
doing good so far. Okay. Zephyrus.
Yes. Me.
Your turn.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. Yeah, I was waiting for you to like do me damage. I don't know. Okay, I am going to slash at. He's gonna steal himself a bit. He's a little shaken, but he thinks he can do it again. So he's gonna go for, I think, the skeleton this time.
Okay.
Get a better rolling. Oh god. Sorry, just fall off my bed. Okay. Oh, that's better. 7 + 4, that's an 11.
An 11 to attack the skeleton.
Yeah.
That is going to miss. The skeleton is a little bit more nimble than the zombie, and so it steps back before you're able to hit it.
Dang. Okay. I will try it again with the other one.
Okay.
It fell off the bed. Well, that's an 8. So I'm guessing it's not.
That's not gonna hit. All right, so you swing at this
It's
skeleton.
not doing great.
And it has just a bit of remnants of these scraps of armor. And so the first swing, you're not really sure where to swing at with the skeleton. So you swing at it and the skeleton manages to step out of the way. And then you swing into it again, but you just hit its armor and it doesn't seem to do any damage, just digging a little bit into some old leather scrap.
Ugh, this stinks. I'm having flashbacks.
Jasper, you only have a zombie on you and you are also muted.
Yes, I'm muted. As Jasper steals himself from the brink of death, remembering the promises he told his family and friends that he's going back, he just casts dissonant whispers on the zombie in front of him. Just under his breath, I made a promise.
Okay.
And it needs to make that's a wisdom save, right?
Zombies are, as we say, not great at that. So I believe a 7 is going to fail.
Yeah, and it's gonna take 16 psychic damage on that one.
Okay.
And if it's still alive, it's gonna have to move away from me.
It is, but so this zombie is like letting out just like and then it lets out just this like undead just like as it grabs its head and starts stumbling back. The rest of you just see Jasper whisper something and the zombie just starts like letting out these howls. Make a note on that. Damage. Beautifully well done, Jasper. Okay, Caylona, it is your turn. You've got 2 zombies here.
Okay.
At this point, you are within 5 feet of Div, by the way.
I'm within 5 feet of Div.
Because where Div came up to is right about where these zombies came after you.
So then, is that a sufficient distraction?
It would be. You would get sneak attack damage.
Okay, can I do sneak attack?
All right, so you're gonna stab him. So you can go ahead and make you to hit to stab one of these zombies.
This is a dumb question. That's my D6, right?
Your to hit is gonna be a D20, and then you're gonna add. So do you know like on your weapon thing, you've got like that middle column there. It's that plus to hit, so you're gonna add that, and then your damage is your D6. And if you hit and you get your sneak attack, you're gonna add an extra D6 to it. So you'd be rolling 2 D6.
Okay. Ah, freak! I keep dropping my dice. Oh my gosh! Oh, sick! But it landed on the floor, and it landed on a nat 20.
Normally, I wouldn't let that count, but in this particular situation, I'll let it go. So actually, you're gonna roll 4 D6 of damage.
4d6?
So when you roll a nat 20, your damage dice double, and that includes as a rogue. Dealing your sneak attack damage dice. Also add 2 to that. You're dead.
Wait, I can't do math, guys. Wait, that shouldn't be right. Nope, that's not the right dice. Freak my life, y'all. Okay. Here we go again. $12 plus 2, so 14.
14. All right. So you lunge forward with one of your short swords, I assume. And you slash this zombie across its face, cutting just really deep into it. And you manage to cut its jaw off entirely, but it doesn't stop moving.
Oh, gross. It's still moving?
Yep, it's still going. There's another one next to it too.
That's disgusting.
Yep. And as you go, you it is going to be their turn. So Div, we're going to start with you and that ghoul attacking you, which seems to be just as effective as his comrades at dealing damage. Div is just not taking crap today. This thing like lunges at you to try and bite you, and you literally just like slap its face aside. You're just like, no, this is not.
It is just like kaiju fighting this thing currently. Like it's roaring at him, he's just roaring back, and they're just like having a shouting match and trying to hit each other, and it's not working.
So the rest of you, yeah, you would just watch Div. Div is literally just being pretty much terrifying in this fight. Nothing has scratched him at all. Like, despite trying, Div has just been untouched. And Div, this is to the point where one of the zombies attacking Caylona turns, noticing you roar, and starts loping towards you as well. And it's going to swing at you, and it just clings ineffectively off of your metal armor.
I've never felt this absolute joy of having a high AC before.
All right, so those are the ones attacking Div. Caylona, you still have one zombie on you. That's the one that's jaw you cut off. It's going to go after you again. But it's a little bit slower now and a little bit less coordinated. So as it lunges after you, you're able to duck out of the way fairly easily, and you sidestep it as it lunges past you. Then Jasper, this zombie is forced to run away from you, right?
Correct.
Okay, so does it just move its movement? That's how that's how it works.
Believe it uses its reaction if available to move as far away as its speed allows.
Okay, so it is going to do that. So if it did that as a reaction, then it would have already done that. So it already ran away from you as its speed allows. Does that maintain it all, or does that fade?
No, I'm pretty sure it just fades.
Okay.
It uses its reaction. It doesn't go into obviously dangerous ground.
So this zombie rushes past, and at this point, it'll be the closest to Div, who has the most things attacking it. So the zombie is going to follow that, and it's going to go after Div as well, instead of going back after you. Div, this one almost gets close. You have to block. You can't just take the hit, but you do block, and you lift your arm up and you slam it, or with your mace, you slam its arm out of the way, and it kind of stumbles past you in the uncoordinated like stumble of a zombie. But now we've got Zephyrus. Skeleton and zombie are going after you. Oh boy.
Okay,
oh
no, don't say that.
So the skeleton, we'll just start there. The skeleton, as you have got inside of its guard, seems to do something that a normal foe should not be able to. And it pulls from its chest, which has been stuck in there at some point, this long metal rusted, like broken in half sword, and rams it into your chest for 9 points of damage.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I'm down. I'm real down. That doesn't like straight up kill me, right? I got 10 in total.
If you have 10 in total, a 9, no matter how many hit points you have, will never straight up kill you.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. This is great. Awesome. I'm down. Goodbye, life.
Okay. So that is that. And then the zombie is going to swing at you, but as you collapse before it can, it's gonna miss. All right. So that's all of those. Div, it is your turn. You now have two zombies, one of which is fairly injured. You have the ghoul, which is also fairly injured, and then another uninjured zombie.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to focus on the ghoul. Blind guy working theory. Take down the big one. The rest of them will go, oh no, he means business, and leave. Probably not, because they're zombies, but we'll find out. Yeah, so I'm just going to try and hit the ghoul again. Blood for the blood god. Mildly better. That's a 12. Probably not going to hit.
A 12 is going to hit.
Does it hit ghoul?
It does. Just barely.
Just barely. Yeah, God, that has to be like exactly their hit point or like their AC or something. That's good. I like that. Blood for the blood god. I'm so disappointed. That's 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. So you smack into it. It lunges out of the way so that it manages to avoid most of the blow, but you do get a glancing blow across its face, snapping its nose.
Good.
All right. Anything else for your turn, Div? Any bonus actions?
I don't think I can do anything.
I have no idea.
I should have paid for bonus action. Probably not. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Keep saying it until it's true. It is a bonus action. Well, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Zephyrus. Because he is
Zephyrus-
small and dead.
Okay. So
Yay.
Zephyrus, what that's going to do is, so the interesting thing about a monk's armor class is that you have to be conscious for it to work. So your AC is now 12
Oh,
instead of 10.
that's great. Awesome.
But that is there as a magical glowing shield appears over Zephyrus. Div, what does that look like?
What does this Shield of Faith look like? I would imagine like Hearthstones. Just some really sturdy bricks.
Yeah.
Just floating around. Awesome.
Floating around. Made of that same like golden fire magic.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right. Nephis, can I get another death save from you?
This could be my last one, you guys.
You
Come
do
on,
it.
let's go.
You can do it.
11.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll me a d4.
3.
Okay, in 4 hours, you're going to wake up with 1 hit point.
Sick.
Cool.
All right. Zephyrus, I also need you to make me a death save.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, which one of my dice will be nice to me? I think this one will. Please. 15.
That is a success for you. Jasper, it is your turn.
I'm gonna do that generic bard thing, and I'm gonna insult the one that walked away from me, mocking him viciously.
So he's going to make is it wisdom save?
Yes, it's another wisdom saving throw. As he walks away, Jasper just shouts, "Yes, that's right, you undead." Don't want to be re-deaded.
What's your spell save? DC? I don't know why I'm asking. It makes the save. The zombie doesn't.
You mean it got more than a 12?
It got a 16.
Oh, Scott, that's not fair.
It has a -2. I don't know what you want me to do here.
Lower, that's what I want you to do.
I don't do that. So
I know.
you
Dream.
you insult it, but it doesn't seem to be terribly bothered by that.
It's okay. I'm busy here. He's bleeding.
Caylona, it is your turn. Oh, did you Caylona, it's your turn.
Sorry, it glitched. I was like, what is going on? And I couldn't hear anybody. And I was
You're
like,
good.
watch, as soon as I get back on, they're gonna be like, it's your turn. Anyway, there's the zombie dude that's attacking her right now, right?
Yep.
Okie dokie. She's gonna use her second short sword to fight back.
Okay. And keep in mind you actually can attack with both of those each turn.
Oh, like at the same time, or like?
So you'll roll one to hit for the first one, we'll resolve that, and then you'll roll another to hit for the second one. We'll resolve that.
Oh, okay, let's do that.
Okay, so we'll go for your first one.
Oh, 3, 4.
So add your modifier to that. Your to hit modifier.
Oh, freak my brain. So 8 question mark?
An 8 actually will hit a zombie. They don't have a whole lot to guard with. Rotting flesh, not a great defense. So go ahead and roll your damage and add your sneak attack dice. So that should be 2d6 plus 2 for your damage there.
Plus 2? Okay, 6.
6 damage, okay. Which one is that? Okay, so you stab into it. Once again, this guy's really not looking great. It's looking super beat up at this point, but I'm gonna have you go ahead and it's not quite down yet, so make your second to hit.
That one was 13. Sorry, I accidentally rolled both of them in the beginning.
That is totally fine. You are going to hit with that one. So this one, just roll a d6 and don't add anything else to it.
Okay, I'm scared. 3.
3. Okay, I'm gonna roll thing real quick. Okay, so you stab into this. You stab into this creature and you slice off one of its arms, and it stumbles back and then almost collapses, but doesn't. And it is still up, fighting along. Okay. So Div, there's quite the party going after you now.
I'm
So we're gonna
popular,
start-
guys.
We're gonna start with the ghoul here, which tries to claw at you, and its claws scrape with just the screeching sound of hitting metal ineffectively. And then
He cannot be stopped.
the Div, what's your AC? 17? Yeah.
Ye boy. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, does something hit me?
Something does hit you. So
Oh wow.
with surprise, one of these zombies lunges at you, and you don't block it, expecting that it'll just kind of bounce off like they have been, but it hits you with such force that it actually manages to slightly dent where it runs into in the side of your head, and you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from that.
Damn. Mighty
This
rude.
other zombie
Ouch.
is still really disoriented from when Jasper did that thing to it, whatever that was. And it
Jasper
lunges
insulted it.
at you, but it doesn't even get near you at all. It's like lunging in the opposite direction. Like you stepped over here and then got hit with a zombie, and it just like lunges in front of you where you were like a couple seconds ago. Not even close. Before turning.
He's trying his best. That's Jeremy. Don't worry about it.
Okay, Caylona, the one zombie attacking you. Oh wait, I'm rolling with my zombie dice. Okay, it was the same thing either way. Is going to be a 13 to hit. Is that going to hit your AC?
If my AC is 13, is that a yes or no?
That's a yes. It is meet or exceed for AC, so it's going to hit you.
Okay.
And you are going to take, it does hit you, but you manage to dodge out of the majority of the force. So it lunges at you and you kind of like roll with the blow, letting it spin you backwards. And you're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Then Jasper, the two creatures attacking Zephyrus, the skeleton seems to have less of a bloodthirst. And so it's going to go after you. The zombie seems pretty happy to stay there and eat you, but as it lunges forward, this magical shield repels it backwards, which it would have dealt you. It would have dealt you damage, which would have been an instant failure on your saving throw, if not for that shield.
Ow.
Good thing it doesn't have bloodlust. There's not a whole lot of blood left in there.
So. Coming after you, though, Jasper, is this skeleton, which is going to get the dice to swing at you. Your AC is 12?
Correct. Bye-bye.
You're going to take 3 points of slashing damage as this thing
That's all, folks.
charges up and slashes into you, and you drop to the ground. Okay. That is, I think, yeah, all of the attacks because. Oh no, wait, that's right. Div, the two that were attacking you are going to come back towards you again, as you've been shouting and screaming, and that's where everything else is. But they don't. They can't really fit in there right now. There's a lot of things trying to eat you, and zombies and skeletons are not particularly coordinated battlefield combatants. All right. So Div, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Great. No one is alive.
You are conscious and Caylona is conscious. That's it.
Is the boat still above us?
It is.
Is there a way I could get the attention of any of the crew for them to like grab everyone? Because we're not going to win.
Oh, he froze. Or you froze. Wait. You froze for like a second there. What? Finish your sentence. There, Jason. You're back.
You froze, starts thrashing wildly. It's fine. I'm testing the frame rate of my camera. I just said, is there a way I could get the attention of the ship and tell them like to grab everybody and retreat because we're not going to win this fight? Like that's not a thing.
You could sure try.
Listen, I'm blind. Cut me some slack. What do I have? What is that? Ever just look at your spell sheet and be like, what is that? When did I give him that? Me neither.
You can shout if you want up towards the ship.
He's gonna shout, and also he's gonna just use his crossbow, take a shot in the dark, basically. He's blind. An arrow whizzing by is bound to catch someone's attention.
So you're just gonna...
If it hits the boat, even better. The captain
Okay.
might punch him for damaging the boat, but you know what? At least they'll be alive for that.
So that is going to be your action if you want to do that.
Yeah. I don't really have any other options. I mean, I could hit one of the, 5 things currently on me right now?
Mm-hmm.
Or I could
2 out
just
of 5 are
try
pretty
to get...
brutally injured.
What is Zeph going to do? On one hand, everybody's dead. On the other hand, he's still really mad that this heresy exists. He's going to yell and whack the ghoul with his mace again.
Okay, go ahead and make that a hit.
And for the blood god. Hey, does a 23 hit?
23 still hits. It's less overkill for a ghoul.
That's another 3 damage. I'm so disappointed.
Hey, you'll get there eventually.
Very slowly. We're killing him with like the least amount of gear possible.
So you smack into him again, and you hear his face kind of snaps backwards, and bone crunches again, but it just turns towards you with just like a seeming to still be up. Nephis, you're doing your thing. Zephyrus, can I get a
Another.
saving throw, please?
Yeah, okay. Okay. Come on, Dad. You did so good last time. What does a nat 1 mean, Scott?
That's 2 failures. It's not instant death, but it is 2
Okay.
failures.
Okay.
Did I catch the attention of the boat? Please tell me I caught the attention of the boat.
You have no way of telling that, dude. Until a bolt of fire shoots down from above, lancing through the zombie above Zephyrus and turning it into nothing but a pile of ash.
Blood for the blood god.
Ash for the ash god.
Then looking upwards, just Caylona, because you're the only other one conscious here, you see the huddled form of Syndra Sylvain standing above the ship. And then you see her vanish in a puff of mist, appearing down on the ground. When she lands trembling and collapses to her knees, but you can see the expression on her face, and you would not want to be these zombies right now. It is nothing short of terrifying. And she just mumbles like a hiss under her breath, and she says, "I need the rest of you to duck." And Div, you and Caylona hear that. Jasper, can I get a death save from you, buddy?
That's a 10.
That is a success.
Ah, yay.
Caylona, it is your turn.
Okay.
So just so you know, you can use your movement to duck if you want and still have an action.
She's gonna duck for sure.
Okay. You can still attack with your action and your bonus action if you want before you do that.
Before I duck?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, remind me why we're ducking.
Cassandra told you to.
Oh, okay. Let's do the bonus actions right before we duck.
Okay, so go ahead and make your to hit for your first stab of this guy.
Okay, 16
A 16 is gonna hit.
and a 7.
7 will not. So for the 16, go ahead and roll damage. Div is still up, so you're still gonna get your sneak attack bonus.
7.
All right. You lunge forward and you stab into the exact same place or slash at the exact same place where you cut this thing's jaw off. And this time you finish the job and the head falls off and it collapses to the ground.
Perfect. We love to see it.
And then you, I assume, drop to the ground as Cinder instructed.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Div, a bunch of things are going to try and smash you before you get the chance to react in a different way, but we're going to see how this goes first. So, all right, one of the zombies is going to hit you for 2 points of bludgeoning damage. So it swings at you as you're in this, and it kind of bounces off. The ghoul lunges at you again, but you have your attention focused on that thing, and you knock it back with your mace. Then another zombie is going to come in from behind, and it lunges at you, but bounces off of your metallic carapace, or whatever you want to call it.
Noise.
Pretty much. And and then some of these other zombies are going to, or creatures, they start turning and they go towards where Cinder is at. And they're gonna go after her, 2 of them. And when that happens, a magical shield deflects one that sends it backwards, and just kind of like lifts her hand just slightly, and this thing gets bounced back. And oh, hey, look, who's back?
Okay.
Alone
We're all
for
dead. Don't worry.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Hey, Tobin, how many of them do you think are conscious right now?
2.
That's right.
That's a good guess.
How many
Bonus
guys?
points. Who's conscious?
Div is conscious and Caylona is conscious and everyone else is unconscious. Am I right?
You are.
Am I right?
Oh
I'm
my
so
God.
right. I can tell just off the vibe. Anyway, what is going on? I heard everyone's dead.
Dying.
Everybody is dying.
What's going on?
Roll me
Grandma's
initiative,
picking
why
us
don't
up.
you, Leroux?
Say what?
Roll me initiative.
Oh, I got you. I can do that. I'm good at that.
They were
I
just
got
up
a
on the
19.
on the
19. Okay, nice.
Oh my God, nice.
Leroux, you come charging from underneath the deck. You were distracted by something, and you kept hearing these noises going down. It sounded like, screams or something like that. Some of terror, some of rage, some of pain. Just a lot
Wait. Oh, sorry. Before you go, who's what class? Did we get class reveals? Do we know what's going on?
Don't worry about it. Just get out here and help us.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm working on it.
So as you
Sorry, I mean,
as you come up above the ship, you see, looking down, you are above this section of the ship is hovering almost directly above it. And the city itself, the main city in front of you, goes upwards. It's on a hill, and there are these walls that are blocking it off, and there are currently closed gates there. Underneath it is this large ravine area. And on the bottom, there's this big cement structure. Up the sides, there are these walls that have these rope bridges in between them. But down in the middle there, you see a group of what looks like undead fighting, and as far as you can tell, winning a fight with what looks to be the rest of this group. In fact, you can only make out 2 figures standing, and that is Div and Caylona. And so you come up just in time to see Div is completely surrounded. There are like 5 undead creatures attacking Div right now.
1 second, you're cutting out like really bad. Let me see what I can do about this. Come on, wireless network. I believe in you. Kinda mostly fine. Thank you, Div. Okay, keep talking. I think I might have got it worked out.
Okay, so Div is completely surrounded. You see just in time, you look and you see Caylona cut the head off of one of these undead creatures. All of them seem to be...
With what weapon?
Short swords.
Cool, badass.
And you see that... so you were there for that, and you look to the side as Syndra Sylvain vanishes in a puff of mist next to you, appearing on the ground. The rest of them, so it looks like all of these creatures are now focused on either Div or Syndra, except for this one skeleton that's been hacking at a door for a really long time. He's still doing that.
He's just hacking away at it.
Hacking away at this door.
Good for him. Good for him. Okay, so how far away is the ground?
The ground is 60 feet beneath you.
Okay, 1 second. Let's see what kind of
Zephyrus,
shenanigans.
by the way, as you look, looks to be
I heard Zephyrus is doing pretty badly.
bleeding profusely, as you could say.
As
So
the kids
much.
say.
Good sir, that's a lot of blood.
Okay,
It's like
so
you
I
can
have
see
to
a
get
couple of figures
down.
unconscious on the ground, but one of them looks like distinctly worse than the other. He does have a glowing shield made out of what looks like large coals around him, which is pretty cool. Doesn't seem
That
to
is
help
cool.
much.
I will get down there. 60 feet is not within the ranks of things I can climb down normally. Is there any way I can use some rope / parkour shenanigans to get down there without using my action / casting a spell?
No.
Cool. I'm gonna
Unless
cast
you're going
feather
to move
fall.
only halfway there. If you move halfway there, then I will say that's okay.
Nah, I gotta get touch range to do anything effective.
Okay.
So, but I guess I could do half and then cause some damage. Yeah, can I try to get halfway then?
Okay, now you can get halfway down the rope ladder. I'm going to say you adventuring types can slide down a rope ladder without using your climbing speed, so you get your full 30 feet in there. So you're 30 feet away from the battlefield now.
Phenomenal. I will then do a lovely little fire bolt on one of the ones attacking my good friend Div, whom I love.
Looking at Div, you see that Div is surrounded currently by 2 what look to be zombie-like creatures, and then 1 creature with placid gray skin. It looks very beat up. It has a huge slash across its chest. Its tongue is huge. It lolls out about 1.5 feet.
I don't like that one. It's fugly. I'm gonna attack it.
Okay, go ahead and get that to hit.
Cool. That is a 17.
A 17. Okay. 17 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Perfect. Where's my deed? 7 damage. Fire damage.
7 damage. All right, Div. Leroy, what does your firebolt look like?
My firebolt specifically, a little wooden like figurine of a dragon crawls up out of Liru's backpack, sits on her shoulder, and just starts huffing fire at like high speeds. Think flamethrower, but it's out of this like little tiny fat carved wooden dragon.
So this stream of fire shoots down and lances right through this thing's face, which stumbles back and then collapses to the ground.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know what that was.
Continually only dealt it like 3 damage.
I got you covered. Maybe, hopefully, if I can get down this rope ladder.
All right. Then we're going to where things are. So you hear Syndra say something, but it is too far up and way too noisy for you to actually hear what she says. It's fairly quiet to you, Lever, so you have no idea what she said. But
phenomenal.
The rest of you heard that thing, and we're back to modern time where these zombies are attacking things. And okay, so you Div, it is your turn now.
So excellent. The ghoul is dead.
Yep.
Good.
So now there
Good.
are 3 zombies and a skeleton near you.
What a great joke setup.
One of them is the one that Jasper really dealt a number on earlier.
Right. Is that the same one that managed to hit me?
Uh-huh.
Cool. I'm gonna turn on that one.
Sounds good.
Just whack him. No.
Okay. So you're gonna swing at him. Div, you do notice that Zephyrus is really not doing great. That shield kept him off, but
I'm beefy, but I can't take like 4 opportunity
No.
attacks.
just a note for you.
I'm trying to get there. Okay.
Same.
Oh wait,
I will.
yeah, Cure Wounds is touch, ain't it?
Cure Wounds is touch, so it's spare the
all
dying.
good.
Fun fact.
It's all good.
Yes, I'm aware actually.
I'm trying.
All right.
I
So,
just got here.
so Div, Syndra yells at you again, and she says, "Get," or she tries to. It doesn't really come out as a yell. Get down.
You know what? Sure. I tried to hit a thing, it didn't work. I'll just hit the floor like a sack of wet bricks.
So you hit the floor, and then above you, Liru, your vision just becomes a pool of white, extending from Syndra. And I'm gonna roll a whole bunch of dice real quick. Give me a sec. Actually, I'll just roll these to a point until I don't need to anymore. All right.
Thank you, Grandma.
Mom, get back in the car.
Okay. So when Div, you feel this shocking, and Caylona, you do as well, icy cold shoot right above your head. This is probably just like, even from side, some of the coldest you've ever felt. When you look up again, you see that every single one of these still standing creatures is frozen entirely, with shards of ice sticking up through them, as well as up against the door, freezing that one very determined skeleton, just as he made a hole through the door into the door itself.
For the blood god.
And Syndra
What is going on?
is on her knees, and she just starts coughing violently.
Why did we do this to Grandma? I just got here.
Listen, it was my bad.
Hey, Zephyrus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a death saving throw from you.
Are we out of
Cool.
initiative? Are we out of initiative?
Nope. Not until everybody gets their saves resolved for this
I
round.
hate you. I hate you. Zephyrus, if you die, I'm going to kill you.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great, and it's gonna be fine. And yeah,
What did you get?
Zephyrus.
Zephy, are you dead? Session 3?
it's a 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be a great time to bring up this rule that we have. So, Tomb of
So
Annihilation.
you know how I designed the death coin?
Tomb of Annihilation being the game that it is, we're playing with a little bit of a house rule here. Each of our players has what we call a death token, and they get one use of that. So the first time that they would die throughout the course of this campaign, whenever that happens, I guess in Zephyrus' case, that's right now. They are going to instead get violently maimed in some sort of fashion instead of dying. So,
Awesome.
Zephyrus,
Yeah.
you no longer have a right eye.
Great.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, joined blind
Oh,
gang.
no.
No
Let's
more
go.
eyes for you.
Great.
gosh.
Oh my god. No.
So,
Oh, no.
when the rest of you now have this chance to recover, looking at Zephyrus, you can see that where the zombies and these creatures attacked, that in the process of this one particular skeleton that dropped him, his eye is gone entirely, just leaving a bloody rip in the socket.
Oof, boy. I mean,
Out of
maybe we could get
initiative.
you like a sick
Awesome.
eye patch.
Sick eye patch, I guess, but like, oh no, my boy. This is a bad idea.
Are we out of initiative?
You are out of initiative.
I would like
Great.
to finish scaling the rope ladder, please.
Lear, you hit the ground to a mess of destruction. You see an unfamiliar woman lying amidst the unconscious people with an axe next to her.
Okay, cool. I look at that for maybe like 10 seconds. Lyra's eyes have gone like really wide. There's blood everywhere. It's, you know, the remnants of a battlefield. And she turns to the body of Zephyrus, I guess, and between one step and the next, she is no longer Lyra, she is Marsius. Seeing the remnants of a battlefield. And I'm gonna run over there and cast Cure Wounds.
Good. Someone else has cure wounds.
Thank
I
you.
have 2 spell slots.
Okay,
I
go
also
ahead.
have 2 spell slots.
Go ahead and roll that damage, or not damage, reverse of damage.
Reverse it, anti-damage.
Reverse
Zephy,
anti-damage.
my boy, my
Yeah.
good sir, you're gonna get what's my modifier? You're gonna get 10 points back.
Oh, full HP. Great.
All right,
Let's
Marcius,
go.
what does that look like?
Oh my god.
It looks a little bit weird as Marcius does it. Like, he looks a little bit confused as the dragon runs back into his like bag. But he rages into it and almost instinctively grabs a similar wooden spider and lets it kind of scamper across Zephyrus's body, binding wounds. And he like looks at it like he's not sure where it came from, what it is. He looks a little bit confused by it. You know, he's got a little bit of religious fear on his face, you could say. But he kind of doesn't care. He like slaps Zephyrus's face a little bit. He's like, hey, buddy, gotta come back to it. Gotta come back to the squad. Come on.
Zephyrus, you're up. Marcius, the spider is unable to do anything for that eye. Zephyrus, when you wake up, you're suddenly feeling good, except when you blink, half your vision is black.
Great. Awesome.
You didn't need depth perception.
Okay.
That doesn't look good.
Zeph. Yeah. Zeph kind of like groans. It's like, oh gods. What happened? What's going?
Glancing around, you see this like snippet of almost like a winterize scene in front of you with these creatures filled with these large spikes of ice. Getting up slowly, you see Div and Caylona. Not getting up is this woman who's there and Jasper.
Mm-hmm.
Hear
Can
the
I, like-
squelching of bagpipes as my unconscious body lay there, not moving.
You-
sort of
You
pat.
also look, Zephyrus, and you can see that the source of this cone, sort of huddled up on the ground, coughing violently, is Syndra.
Oh god. Yeah. I'm making a beeline to Syndra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making a beeline to Syndra. And he's gonna be like, oh no. Syndra. He's trying to like help her up, just kind of stabilize her.
She lets you, and through her cough, she says, I was too late. I apologize. And she's just breathing heavily. I didn't get there in time.
That's not. You don't. No, don't apologize. It's supposed to be my job. This went bad.
She kind of like gives you just like this like slight grin in between coughs, and she just says, Zephyrus, your job was never to protect me. You know that.
Zeph is just out of it as of now. He's like kind of freaking out. Not doing great. He's seeing like all the blood around him and just like the bodies of these people that he's known for like maybe 2 days. One of them he just met. He's kind of freaking out a little bit. Yeah, he's just kind of like sinks down to his knees, just like, this went bad. This went really, really bad. Oh no.
Can I try to stabilize some people while this is happening?
You sure can.
Great.
As you go over to the glancing at the barbarian or this massive figure on the ground, she seems to be breathing stably and not really bleeding profusely. Jasper, what was that other thing? I forgot to make you roll that. I bet.
There's a 5, so I'm 1 and 1.
It doesn't matter. Div's already there.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the barbarian lady then.
Wrong die.
Marsius gets out the spider, like, again, and looks at it. He kind of shakes it. It doesn't do anything. He puts it back in the bag and just goes old school. I'm gonna roll a medicine check to like stabilize or whatever.
Jasper, you take 11 healing damage.
God damn.
I'm
out. That's-
I am. Wait,
That's right.
who am
I
I right
forget
now?
how much of a heal machine Div is. We'll
I
always
only
give you
have-
that.
He's got a +5 to cure wounds.
I can only hold
Whiz.
8, but I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
I got a 17 to revive barbarian. Well, not revive, but stabilize. Marcius can't heal.
So Marcius, as you're going through, there's actually not really a whole lot that you can do. It seems that whoever this person is, they're hardy enough that they just went down smooth. So they may not
Solid.
be conscious, but they're not in any danger of anything. You kind of like bind up the wounds, but it seems like whatever they've got going on, their unconscious body is pretty much already taking care of it.
Marcius kind of squints at this individual. Who is? Never mind. We'll find out later. And he gets up. Div, Are you okay? What is going on? I just woke up. I just got here. What is happening? Is everyone, well, not everyone's okay. I'm a little worried about it. What happened? Are you okay?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Focus on getting everybody back on the ship.
Marsius looks at the unconscious barbarian, who is probably a lot larger than he is. And
Comical
he's
size
like,
difference.
who wants to help me out with this? Also, I have a question.
Mariah, you just made no noise at all right there. Still not making any noise.
Rip and rest.
The sad.
Nope.
No?
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Okay. I was just asking if she could help him carry her or if
Mhm.
not.
You could. Mhm.
Okay. She gonna do
Yes,
that.
we're just gonna kidnap this barbarian. Do we know anything about this barbarian at all?
Nope.
No.
Okay, well, I
Help
guess we're
It's still
friends
feel
now.
good.
Yeah.
Also, what's going on with these frozen people? Are they gonna presumably unfreeze at some point, or what?
Well, if
We're
they
just
are, I have a
gonna-
mace right now.
It seems like as you're looking a little bit closer, you can actually see the skeletal creatures. While they're still technically in one piece, there are so many cracks and fractures across their entire body. It seems that if they were to melt, they would instantly turn into just shards. And then
Grandma's good. Grandma's
No.
really good.
going
Noted.
towards the looking at the other creatures, you do notice one on the ground. There are a couple that weren't frozen. One skeleton has its head cut clean off. Same thing with a zombie. There's this placid skinned creature that has slash across its chest, some wounds all over it, and a bolt of what looks like fire or something that went through its head. And that you notice that creature has a blue triangle pointed downwards on its forehead.
Interesting. Marcius kind of looks, his eyes linger on the other zombie for a second. He looks a little bit uncomfortable. I'm gonna note that blue triangle. Can I go look through the hole in the door that the skeleton was breaking?
Yeah, sure can. So you go ahead and you walk over there, or are you two carrying Marcius and Caylona? You're carrying the barbarian woman.
We're just gonna carry it like a battering ram.
Okay,
You guys
okay.
just pick up this woman and immediately forget what you were doing.
Listen, I will pick her up if we want to put her down and pick her up again later. I just want to lure hunt a little bit first.
So Marcius is like, so Caylona, you like go to help him pick.
It's a little
this up.
distractible. Leave him
And then
alone.
he starts like immediately just like while still holding this woman just starts wandering off towards the door.
Kaylona's just like, what? And just like follows. She's just like, whatever.
Just
All right.
being dragged behind right now, like slumped.
Just totally out. So you look through this door and through this small hole you can see you kind of have to like shove this frozen skeleton out of the way, and then looking through the crack you see people who are huddled in the back of a large open room.
Marcius looks very surprised. Hello?
You hear one voice respond, "Hello? Are you alive?"
Well, It's complicated for me specifically, but I am around other people who are alive, in fact.
I don't seem to know how to respond to that. Looking through, as you can
Functionally, yes. I do have a soul, and I think that matters most.
So the zombies then. They
are
defeated.
Yes. Yes, they are. They're kind of turned into ice sculptures, which I suppose in another universe could be a rather pretty sight, but it's a little bloody out here, I will warn you. Who are you people?
We live here. This is our home.
Congratulations. Is the zombie thing a common? Is the zombie thing like a common occurrence?
Unfortunately, yes.
Has it been a common occurrence for a while, or has it started to maybe pick up in the last, say, couple of weeks?
It has been, Chult has been this way for decades, centuries maybe even.
All right. I
And
would
as
be
you see more people
fascinated
start to
hear
come out,
about
there's this
history.
one room,
Sorry.
and you still have like unconscious in your back, and Kaylona's just like sitting here. As this conversation is happening, and then you see people start to come out from this particular structure, goes up several floors, and now that you have a little bit more time to look, you see the symbol of Ladra, who is often associated with luck and good fortune.
Is this one of them?
It is one of the sovereigns.
Sovereigns. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And as the I'm sorry, I pronounced that name wrong. No, I didn't. I was right. Okay, yeah, we're good. So Aladra is there as part of this building, and more people start to come out and start to surround you, and you hear cheers echoing up throughout these some of the higher homes and throughout the inside of the temple. Your question kind of gets lost in the cacophony.
Marsius looks over his shoulder at Caylona. He's not used to positive feedback. He doesn't know what's going on. And he kind of looks over his shoulder at Div. They seem nice in there. Do we still want to get everyone back on the boat?
Hearing the cheers, Jasper picks himself up off the ground, pats Div on the back, and thank you, friend, for the assistance. I'm sorry I fell. This is all kind of new. Never really experienced this before. I don't want to do that again. But if it happens, I would like you to be by my side.
Oh.
I vote we go in. And Jasper just starts walking.
Klaus
Like
instinct.
applause.
Theater kid instinct. Jasper hears applause and he's just like, yes.
Jasper, you walk towards this, and you open up the doors, which you kind of have to pry open as they're slightly frozen shut, and a couple of shards of ice break down. Zephyrus, you're still in the back with Syndrome. She doesn't seem to be particularly capable of standing on her own, or she's barely capable of it.
Is Caylona just holding the barbarian alone?
No, I'm also standing there holding the barbarian. We're kind of doing like
we're holding
a
it together.
weird bridge situation.
Jasper's gonna like pry the door open and then go help. Because
help carry the barbarian, or
help carry the barbarian, because the two small ones should not be doing this.
I do have a strength modifier of quote enough unquote, but yeah, I'm not very.
Is it more than 3?
No.
Okay, then let Jasper help.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
All right, so Jasper, you help take some of the weight of this this stranger who was willing to charge into danger before you did, in fact. And as you open the door, you can see throughout this building are people who are very brightly dressed in all kinds of vibrant colors. All of them are very dark skinned, and a lot of them are shouting things in phrases in a language that you've never heard before. It sounds very musical, even when shouting praise. And this room seems to be filled with, even though the clothing is bright, you can see a lot of them look to be ragged. Some of the clothes are dirty, and there are several what look to be small families with children who are now emerging from the back, kind of with awe as they look out at their mostly conscious saviors.
Marsius does like a little wave.
And then you see one figure comes down, and it's an older woman, and she's wearing a more old-fashioned styled robe after the fortune of Oladra. And throughout these cheers, she walks up to you and she says, "It appears that Lady Fortune has indeed smiled upon us today. Who might you be?"
I'm Jasper.
Oh,
I'd shake your hand, but they're a little occupied. Is there anyone that can help this hero?
They don't seem to have
An infirmary, hospital, a bed and some good soup, maybe.
if
Cold glass of water.
this woman who walks up to you and she says, "If you need those things, you will be able to find them in town. I'm afraid, well, we may actually," and she nods and she says, "we must give you a token of our gratitude, of course." And she claps.
Another eyeball for Zephyrus.
She
That would
claps
be
her
nice.
fingers together, and she turns towards the back, and she says, yes, we have some things for you. We will be able to give you what we can as a token of our lives. And she kind of looks with just this unwariness at the hole that was just barely broken through the door. "I'm afraid if you had not come when you had, well, we might not still be alive today." And then she vanishes into the upper floors of this temple. And on the inside, it seems to be fairly austere, along with the outside. There are just a couple symbols, but it seems to be a fairly practical building, more practical of a building than you would usually associate with Oladra, as in fact, usually practical things are not associated with her at all. But she comes back, and you wait a moment, and then her and a couple of these men come back, and they are toting 5 large casks, and then she has in her possession a small bottle filled with a refracting red liquid.
A potion.
Oh ho!
And
Elixir.
If you feed this to her, then I think she will be able to recover much faster.
Fantastic.
Someone who might know more should take this.
I don't know more, but I'll take it.
Jasper's first idea is just uncork it and shove it in the mouth of the barbarian.
Marcius, you
that's
can
what
roll
I
me
would
an
do.
Arcana or a Medicine check if you would like.
I will do
Div
medicine.
is proficient in medicine.
Div, you can do the same if you want.
I got a dirty 20.
I don't need to roll anything.
Jasper's hands are full anyway.
Jasper's thought is surprisingly accurate. That is essentially all you need to do here. You want to sit them up here so that it actually gets digested a little bit, but as long as it is consumed, as long as you can get them to consume it, it will at least begin healing enough that they'll be able to gain consciousness.
Huzzah.
I do that.
Jasper
Okay.
kind of
Uh,
sits Nephis up a little bit.
Nephis, you are going to go ahead and roll me 2d4s.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo!
Love a good.
Okay, I got a 3 and a 1.
Okay, you're going to gain back 6 hit points.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yo.
Okay,
go.
as I gain consciousness, I immediately start flailing around. So I was just in battle.
Jasper's just going to drop you as soon as you start moving. Ah!
Caylona kind of just backs away. She's like, I don't want to get kicked in the face. No, thank you.
Yeah, especially as you get a little bit of a closer look at the size of this woman's arms, you really don't want to get hit in the face.
No, thank you.
As you're on the ground, Jasper kind of hovers over and stretches a hand out. I'm Jasper. Would you like a hand up?
I stop flailing, make eye contact with you, and go, are you the one who was yelling at me earlier?
I was inspiring you, I hope.
Is that what you
Okay.
call that?
Cool. Sure,
That's-
I'll take a hand.
And he helps pull you up. This 6'3" half-orc, extremely flamboyant, is helping you up.
I kind of, as I stand, I kind of like shake myself off and look at you all. Thanks for not leaving me to die.
Oh, I don't want to be rude or anything, but who are you?
Oh, that's okay. I have no idea who any of you are either, actually.
Oh, good. So we're on the same page. That's
you
a
know me,
relief.
I'm Jasper. I just introduced myself.
Oh, yes, of course, you're right. I'm Nephis. It's good to meet you all. Why are you here right now? You don't seem like the usual group of people who'd be coming down here. No offense.
I was
'Cause I was
called into action
stupid.
to help save a friend.
Yeah, there's some shenanigans, magical shenanigans going on with a curse and on death in the worst sense of the word, re-death, I should say. I am also here to help a friend of a friend. I think we're all here to help a friend.
As you look back, you can see that one of the people who you saw drop earlier and pull out swords pretty much just in time for you to get dropped as well is supporting what appears to be a rather haggard looking older woman who you think you like vaguely recognize. Like you could swear you've seen her before somewhere.
Interesting.
But you also see that as the one pink-haired man turns towards you, that there is a bloody hole slashed across his face directly over his where his right eye is.
Where it used
Oh.
to be.
Great,
Was.
Zephyrus. Looks like you didn't come out of this battle well, huh?
Not as well as I'd hoped. No. I choked. And it went bad.
Oh dear. Have you all been in a battle before?
Yes, many a time.
Marsius raises his hand.
Okay. Technically, none where I've gotten hit for real like that though.
You see no sign of damage on him at all.
Oh, right, because I just healed him completely.
Okay. As I'm like looking at them and talking to them, I'm like looking back at Syndra, trying to place where I know her from because it is just not computing in my brain. Is she like, is she unconscious or is she like?
She's conscious, but she's not looking great. But as you're looking like a little closer, you see that this cone of like random, like frozen corpses seems to originate from her. There are two specifically that were like blasted backwards into dozens of little pieces standing right in front of her. This woman, but she is covered in cloth all over, including her face. So it's pretty hard to place her.
Hmm.
But you're trying to think till you're just like, how many powerful magic people do you know? And you remember one time when you were overseeing a negotiation that the merchant who you were negotiating with was renowned as an incredibly powerful caster.
Okay. I think I'm starting to think. So is that one back there? Is she what's her name? Wow. I think I would remember.
Oh,
I'm
come
supposed to
on,
remember every
you know her.
does it start with like a and oh my god. Oh, Zephyrus. It's an S, right? It starts with an S. Same thing. I did that little
Getting
trick in my head to remember.
close.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the encouragement. You're so helpful. Oh my god. Got it.
This is amazing.
Syndra. She's very important. Yeah, I remember that. Yes. Wow, what? Wow, why are you all? This is crazy. This is. I will say when I woke up this morning, you know, I was not expecting this at all. So this is really fun. This is really fun.
Not every morning you wake
Nice.
up expecting to meet a star. And Jasper kind of poses, hands on his hips.
That is exactly.
He's always
that is
like that.
exactly what I meant. He is always like that. Okay.
You'd be
That's
like
really
this
good to
too
know.
if you saw your name up in lights.
Jasper.
Just his stance. It's like the most over exaggerated battle stance you've ever seen. Like, you're just like thinking to yourself, you're just like, there are like 5 different ways you could probably drop somebody in that stance with one hand.
Yeah. Absolutely. I am just really interested in your whole battle experience and why someone would send you to fight zombies. I'm just really interested in what that is all about personally. But
Oh, no
it's
one,
okay.
no one sent us.
You guys should just you were bored and wanted to fight some zombies? Or
Does Syndra look like on a scale of 0, maybe on a scale of -12 to like 5? How does she look? Not great. We're trying to.
Well, she hasn't said anything yet, and that tells a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to help.
Right now, you can just see that she's breathing deeply in and out. Kind of just concentrating on that.
I think we should bring Madame Sylvain back to the ship and send her home. This is not a place where she needs to be right now.
This would be a smart decision.
I hate to play the devil's advocate, but she did just save, I think, all our lives. I got in a little late.
But risking herself in the process.
Sindra,
We are not
waves
dragging
her
her
hand.
into the tomb of annihilation. We're not doing that. We're
I
not
never
dragging her
suggested
into the
that.
woods.
I never suggested that. I just think maybe we have this temple place. They have a town. She wanted to be here anyway. I wouldn't
Sindra
anticipate that
whispers
she
next to you,
hasn't
Zephyrus.
thought this through.
She says next to your Zephyrus, only you can really hear her. As she's really quiet, and she says, "Bring me to Otamu. These people, they will know him."
Sorry, say that one more time. Was she saying to bring her to the people?
Bring her to the people.
The
So she
temple
said,
in
bring me to Otamu. Seems to be some kind of name.
Okay. Zephyrus kind of looks a little confused at that, but then he's like, in the temple?
No. And she
No?
points, trembling. The city itself.
The city. Good. Yes. Zephyrus is gonna stand up. He's a little wobbly. You can't really see very well. He's gonna be like, Sindra wants to go to the town. She said a name. That's where she needs to go. And we should start heading there. Before things get worse, maybe?
Down for avoiding worse, Marcius says a little bit awkwardly.
She thinks it's what's best. Let's go find who she's looking for.
Are we able to walk to the town, or is it like, do we have to get back on the ship?
You are able to walk. So this place actually has a gate that leads into the main town itself. So you're able to just walk down that way through this rift up to the walls. And you can see that now that this threat right here seems to be dissipated, you actually see signs that there are a couple of other corpses that are littered along the sides of the wall that all seem to have a similar disposition. It seems that you're not the only place necessarily that got assaulted, or that this isn't the only location.
Fun. Zephyrus is gonna start helping Sindra towards where we need to go. You're welcome to accompany me.
She's able to walk, not necessarily well. And you have to support her, but she is able to stand on her own 2 feet.
Cool.
Jasper
Good to know.
follows along, offering an arm to also assist in travel if she accepts.
She kind of looks at you, Jasper, and mutters under her breath, "You're too tall."
It's an offer. I'm sorry. Blame my mother.
She just grins slightly at that. And she says, "We should let Zephyrus be on his own anyway. He needs to recover." And she kind of just like grabs onto your arm, Jasper.
I'd offer you a ride on my shoulders, but that's quite a fall.
She just like narrows her eyes at you, looking upwards.
Come on. You're never too far gone for a little humor. Where's that smile?
She shakes her head and she says, "I'd smile if it didn't hurt so much. Let's go."
Never mind. Don't smile. But I know you're smiling deep inside.
Of course I am.
How could you not? I'm here.
She kind of lets out a chuckle and she says, "If your mother saw that stance of yours, she'd kill you."
It's a good thing she's not here. But she doesn't know, won't kill me.
I think we would have appreciated her being here given the circumstances.
It would have been nice to have her help.
And you kind of continue this conversation as you bring Sindra that way. Are the rest of you going to head into town as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viv is going to bring up the rear, like a good ways. He is very on edge. He's still gripping his mace very tightly, and his posture is kind of hunched as he follows.
I'm gonna.
He's definitely keeping an eye out.
Marsius is gonna kind of like fall back to end up in step with him. And he just kind of walks next to Div in silence for a little bit. And then he
You should be
says,
up with the others.
I don't quite think that would be appropriate given the circumstances. I wanted to tell you I'm very sorry. I should have been there earlier. I don't know what came over me. I don't even really remember.
It's fine. It would have just been one more person. It's fine.
Div, I know you better than that. I know it's not fine. What can I do to help?
You can go with the others and not get yourself killed.
Where are you going?
I'm going to stay behind and make sure nothing sneaks up on us.
Well, 4 eyes are better than 2, or in this case, 2 are better than 0.
I can see just fine. Thank you.
Marsius chuckles. He says, my old squad would be disappointed in me. I'm a little disappointed in me too, and I wanted you to know that I am sorry.
It's better you weren't there than were also killed.
I do have a little bit of a death experience, and I would like to avoid that again in the future, yes. But I appreciate your confidence, but I would have preferred to be with you.
As the rest of you move forward and the 2 of you stay behind, you see that the people here, they walk up and they have these 5 casks and they offer it to you, this woman, and she says, "It is what we can offer here in Chult. This is a delicacy of ours. You will not find it elsewhere. It is called tea."
Jasper gladly accepts and kind of gives a small bow in appreciation.
So you have 5 of those gallon casks. Jasper, you probably can't carry those on your own, but total, that's what you are given. So if ever one of y'all are carrying those, you'll want to note them somewhere.
It'll probably be split up between the 3 beef tanks. Like,
I would like everyone to be aware that I am not that squishy.
uh-huh.
Thank you. I've been a wizard before. I'm not that squishy.
Sorry, you are a discount wizard.
Thank you.
Discount wizard.
I am a little bit discount wizard.
So what's
Great.
in this? So it's a gallon cask of, what is it?
It's called tea.
Tay? How do you spell that?
Tej.
Tej. Cool.
Ish.
Fancy. Cool.
Awesome. Zephyrus is having just only a little bit of a crisis as he's kind of walking with everybody.
I think he's
doing
allowed to
that
have more than a
great.
little bit of a crisis.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably fair. Yeah, he's just kind of like, he's got like one hand clapped over his eye. Just trying to like not pay attention to it but it's kind of not helping, and he's just kind of like, okay, everything's fine now. Things not fine, but it's fine. It's going to be fine. Everything's fine.
Caylona and Nephis, you are able to hear Zephyrus mumbling that under his breath.
Jasper kind of leans down to Syndra as we're walking, and he just asks, I trust your judgment on everything, you know that, but why did you choose us specifically? I mean, specifically me. You had to save us from things that were already dead. If anything else that's actually alive came out, I mean, I trust your judgment, but why us?
It takes her a minute to respond, and then she says, how many people do you know who would charge in a battle to save somebody that they'd never met?
My experience, not that many. Me
And
personally,
you
I only know of
reason
2.
identified. Well, now it appears you know of a lot more than that.
You're a smart woman. Now let's get you somewhere safe. Then we continue walking.
I'm gonna kind of look over at Zephyrus and I'm like, I don't know what to say. So I'll just like kind of tentatively pat them on the shoulder and be like, what was your name again?
He probably like jumps very, very visibly, and then straightens and is just like, Zephyrus, Brimstone. I'm
Pretentious. I love
Syndra's
him.
bodyguard.
Sorry.
That's good. He is pretentious.
Oh, you're Syndra's bodyguard.
Yes, not a very good one, obviously. As probably that last battle showed. I was unconscious for most of it. But it's fine now. It's fine now.
Hey,
And
you know, it seems like we have a lot in common. I was also a bodyguard and was also unconscious. Crazy.
yeah,
It's almost like that battle was specifically against bodyguards, so don't worry about it, okay? You're gonna be fine.
I love this moment.
thank you. That's
Kaylona's kind of giggling to
kind.
herself, and she's just like, "Wow, some bodyguards. Not never gonna hire either of y'all."
Do I hear that?
Yeah, did you say that?
Did you
Yeah,
say
she
that
did.
out loud?
You did say that out loud?
She said
Straight
that out
up.
loud. That is a Kaylona thing.
Zephyrus is
Nephis
going
just like turns around and
Incredible.
socks her in the face immediately.
No, Nephis cares very much about her reputation.
Bodyguard
So she's going
is-
to turn and lock eyes with Caylona and be like, okay,
Fight,
I'll
fight,
keep that in
fight,
mind.
fight, fight,
I'll
fight,
keep that in
fight.
mind.
Okay, Kaylona's like bleeding, and she's like just gives no cares. It's just like staring her back in the eyes, like, "Fight me, man."
Zephyrus has become very like cold, and for like a moment there's just like a flicker, and like it's almost as if his like his silhouette kind of just like shifts a bit. There's like a little purple shift there, but then it's gone for an instant, and he just keeps walking.
Oh? Oh?
Interesting.
I'm just heavily interested in what just happened. I was like, I don't know who's making that owl noise, but that was like the same thing I was doing. Anyway, fun stuff.
As you move further into the city, it seems that this outer area is bland in comparison to this next portion. When you walk into the main city itself, it is immediately alive with color and vibrancy everywhere. There are these profusions of greenery shooting out from everywhere around you, and all of the buildings seem to have these rooftop gardens and things like that. There are murals that are scribed on the side of buildings. All of the people who you see walking around are wearing just as brightly colored clothing, if not more so, than the people who you saw in the smaller section that you were at. You hear that language being called out, and off to the side of where you enter from, you enter underneath the gates with cheers from the guards up above the walls, saying things that a couple of them, just like in broken common, just like victory, and things like that. And you can see that there is this incredibly bright, large blue and white tent structure that's set up. It's huge. It covers a massive area. Out in front of you, there are some other areas that are raised on top of hills. And in one place you can see somewhere that looks like its roof is entirely golden. There's noise coming from all around. You can faintly hear music. This place is just a profusion of this sound and color, and you just get hit with these smells of spices that are just coming in from everywhere. And then off to the side, you see coming out from one of the markets with a handler who's watching carefully. You see a huge lumbering scaled creature with horns, two of them coming out of the top and one of them coming out in front. And the thing is much larger than a horse. And as it goes down, and it has brightly colored scales as it lumbers along with packs on top of it. Then standing in front of you, or walking up to you, and you see people give whoever this person is a significant amount of deference, is a man wearing blue robes, and he has hair that's in dreads about to midway back to his mid back, as well as three braided portions of his beard. And he stands with the bearing of a man who's fairly used to being in charge of something or other. And as he turns towards you, however, you see that his posture is quickened and worried, and he walks up to where you are, or like half runs up to where you are, Jasper, and then stops a couple feet in front of you, and he says, "Sindra, is that you? What happened?" And Sindra kind of looks up to him, and she says, "Unfortunately, I died." And we'll stop there for tonight.
Awesome.
Love that literally
Fantastic.
everyone under the sun knows Sindra Sylvain. Literally everyone.
So good.
Everyone everywhere has met her. Good for her. Solid. Wish that were me.